My name is Vicky Harbison, and I'm with Turn the Page Uganda. So this last summer, I went to northern Uganda, and I had 2 huge suitcases, one of which was half full of your lights. And they had been donated to our cause, and the best part of my summer was giving your lights away. Honestly, it was so much fun. I had a couple of teacher in-services, and so they were the prizes for the teachers at the in-services. And the teachers didn't know they were going to get prizes, but when we have in-services here in America, and we go to an in-service, there's usually something we get at the end. And so I had the teachers do various activities, and we were teaching them things about curriculum, but at the very end of the day, they got a prize, and the prize was a Unite to light. And so as they came up and got it and they saw what it did, their eyes just sparkled. They were so excited. And they saw, how it worked and how it telescoped up and turned on. But the best part was, at the very end of the meeting, the lights went out, like blanketed across the whole city, flashed us into darkness, right? And all of a sudden, you saw this blink, 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 blink. All their lights went on, and we had light. It was you couldn't have orchestrated it any better. And so they all had light to leave the meeting by. So that was so fun. And then we took other trips into the middle of nowhere, into these little villages where there's no electricity but kerosene lamps or whatever they have. And I would be able to hand somebody one of those lights, and I know that was going to be the source of their light. It was so magical. I mean, these people would just give me these hugs like I was giving them $1 million. It was so wonderful to give those lights away. So thank you so much. It was just...
So tell me how they're using them.
So teachers would use them to correct student work at night or to make lesson plans for the next day, whatever they're going to be teaching in their classes. And as Turn the Page Uganda, what we had done is we had given them $500 to select a material for their schools. So they had just received new textbooks. So now the teachers actually had something to prepare for their students. So they had new books to be reading and to study to figure out what they would be doing the next day. So now they could actually use the light to plan out their next lesson for the next day.
How are the lights working?
They're great. They're wonderful. I mean, you just charge it outside next day, and it's perfect. You just are ready to go.
So what do you think of the idea that the next generation is going to be able to also charge its cell phone?
Oh boy, they need that. They really need that. They really need it. And I
how
can't
are they
wait
charging their cell phones now?
It depends. If they have electricity for that day, they can charge their cell phone. If they don't, which it's very sporadic, there's no rhyme or reason about
Okay, so
when you
most
can.
places you're talking about are on the grid, but it's sporadic.
Right.
Are you involved in any areas that aren't on the grid at all?
Yeah, some of the places there's no electricity, so then you just don't have a cell phone. It's not something you would have. So that's a problem for them.
So what else can we do to help you?
Have more people who could donate cell phones to us when we take our trips over. That would be great. That'd be wonderful. And also, your next idea of putting recirculated nooks with books on them,
Yes.
I'm really intrigued by that.
Okay,
Because wouldn't that be cool for a school to have?
You bet.
One tablet to share with a couple kids with books, textbooks actually on that. That'd be so fun. I mean, oh my gosh, that would just make their day.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time and sharing. I can feel your passion, and we're delighted to be able to bring a light that's making a difference in the world.
Oh my gosh, it was. I wish you could have seen their faces.
Yeah.
It was.
But I see yours, and it's worth it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.